Hello and welcome to my channel. I am so excited for this video because I get to tape and eat at the same time. So if you're interested, go ahead and keep watching. So if you're new here, thank you for being here. So I was thinking, hey, I really want to tape, but I'm hungry. So I'm like, well, why not do one of those mukbang, smaller scale, like homemade, home cooked food. And I talked to you about clinical because you follow me to clinical, but I haven't told you what to expect really. So I'm gonna get my food. I have some barbecue chicken, some baked beans, and some yummy mashed potatoes. I want to start off with some clinical essentials, what you need. So you definitely want to bring your stethoscope with you. You want a pen light with you. You want bandage scissors with you. You want your badge with you. 4 main things that you always need to have. People need to be able to identify you. You need your stethoscope to hear heart sounds, breath sounds, bowel sounds. You need that. You need your pen light to look in mouth, ears, nose to check for pearla, good stuff like that. And then you want your bandage scissors just in case there's like some tape or something or a bandage that's pretty hard to get off, and it'll just be easier to cut it. So you'll use those so you won't cut and poke your patient. Another essential for clinical, make sure that you have your clinical uniform head to toe. Whatever they tell you, whatever the dress code is, you do that. So just making sure that you are ready physically for clinical. And then third essential is to be ready mentally. Come into clinical knowing that this is your time to learn, and come into clinical with the open mind that it may not be the most exciting unit. Like, there might not be a lot of excitement going on. Your patient could be perfectly fine. That's okay. Have an open mind and the mindset that I want to learn. So go and find stuff to do. If you have a nurse, that nurse has more than one patient than the one that you're assigned to, or the two, however many you're assigned to. So ask that nurse, is there anything you need me to do for other people? Anything interesting going on? Just be proactive in finding things to learn, because clinicals is for you to get hands-on experience and to learn all that you can in the hospital environment, the rehab environment, the long-term care environment, the health department environment, whatever environment you go into. So open mind is key. Another essential for clinical, snacks. Have small little snacks that you can have in your pocket. Little granola bars, little candies, something to keep you going where you can snack on it real quick and keep moving. Because if your clinicals are anything like mine, some are 8 hours, some are 6 hours, some are 12 hours. And when you're running that long, you get hungry. So you definitely want to do that. So snacks, bring a drink like water, coffee before or after, caffeine drinks if that's what you need. Make sure you have that. Make sure you eat a good breakfast before and get some good sleep before clinical, because you want to be awake and alert to take care of your patient. Those are the essentials that you need for clinical. I also want to add, have pens and a little pad where you can jot down notes, because once you're doing your assessment you won't remember everything, but you can jot down specific. So now moving on to what to expect for clinicals. So I can talk from my program and go through what we do for clinical. So for us, clinical is usually either Thursday and Friday or Saturday and Sunday. So in the day before, you go to clinical prep. So for Thursday and Friday, your clinical prep is Wednesday. Saturday, Sunday, your clinical prep is Friday. You go to clinical prep, you go dressed professionally, you have your name tag and your lab coat. This is your time to learn all that you can about your patient through their chart. So you look at their chart, you learn about their history, why they are here for this visit, this time. Or you learn about labs they've taken, any tests they've taken, what medications they're on, what kind of orders they have, what kind of diet are they on oxygen, do they have any TED holes or support holes or devices like that. You just learn all about your patient so you can be ready to take care of that patient. That night we have clinical paperwork, so we have to write out the medications, we have to know how it works, what the side effects are, what the normal doses are, what time our patient is getting it, and we need to know as a nurse what should we be assessing and looking out for and doing for a patient that is on this type of medication. Then you need to know lab values, and depending on your patient's condition or whatever disease process they have, how does those labs show that this disease process is going on in their body. So if they're having like sclerosis of the liver, like the liver enzyme showing that they have this, or if they have an infection, or their white blood cell counts showing that there's a presence of an infection. Just interpreting those lab results based on the patient's diagnosis. When you go to clinical, you go in, we have pre-conference, we talk about our patient, we talk about the patho that we chose to look up, anything interesting we found about the patient. Then we go outside the room to get report from the nurse from the previous shift. We listen to reports so we know what's going on, and then we go in and we start taking care of our patient. So we do assessments, we ask if they need anything, we administer the medication with the instructors. If they need Foley's or IVs, we do that with the instructors. If they need wound care, we do that with the instructors. So you become a mini nurse. You be that nurse, you learn, you ask your questions, and you go. And that is clinical. Clear cut. That is clinical. It is an amazing experience if you make it an amazing experience, because some of the units that I've been on, there was nothing going on with my patient. And you just gotta hop around and be proactive and find things to do, because if it's not a active unit, it's gonna be easy to just sit around and be like, we're not doing anything, this is a waste of time, and complain. You get that way, it comes, but you just gotta push it to the side and just be like, no, I'm gonna make the most of this. I'm gonna find something interesting. There has to be one interesting patient on this unit somewhere, and I'm gonna find that patient, and you go take care of that patient. Don't forget about the original patient you were assigned to, but you can take on someone on top of that. So that's all you need to do. I really don't see how people do these videos and like eat. I was raised that like talking with your mouth full is disgusting, but there's some people who just love to watch other people eat. And that brings me to the end of this video. If you have any questions about clinical experiences, if you have any anxiety and nervousness, just comment down below your question and I will answer it for you. If you have already been through clinical, comment your best or worst story. Like, what had your heart pumping? Give me one of those stories. Like, I'm very interested to hear everyone else's clinical experiences. For now, that is it. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Boop, 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 boop. And become a part of the family, and I will see you in my next video.